I'm going to jump in from my computer. I'll be right back.
Awesome.
All right, guys, welcome. It is Friday, August 7th, and our last call of this Futuristas group, the July version. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We sure did. I think the group went really, really well, and I'm still seeing you guys taking action and doing great things. So obviously, it is working. Just from today, and we'll have a call to action at the end. But it's important now that we continue. That just you guys, I put you guys in a thread for the ones that are mine, and we have to continue collaborating. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning. So we're gonna recap the week. I'll share my thoughts. If Susie wants to jump in and share her thoughts, please feel free to tell me to shut up. I'm a little scatterbrained today because I drank way too much coffee. So I'm like, my heart's racing. So if I'm not making...
You'll have to forgive her a little bit today.
Huh?
You will have to forgive you a little bit today.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scatterbrained. So, all right. So today we started the week with the ideal customer. And I think in my head, day 16 and 17 go really well together, the ideal customer and the story. So as for your ideal customer, it is really important that you get a feel for the type of person that you want on your team. Because at the end of the day, you want to be surrounded with people who have similar goals, not even the interest, because yes, you'll have commonality on some things, but it's not like they have to be a clone of you. You really are looking for people who have similar ideals, morals, faith, which is starting to, it's becoming a thing for me since I've been speaking so openly on the things that I believe. That is starting to become a huge part of the person that I want on my team, which is and it changes then the perspective for me, because you remember I've been here for a really long time, for 10 years. So seeing my own changes and how I speak on social media and the things that I believe, it is shifted, and it's opened my eyes to the fact that not maybe the person who I thought I wanted on my team before is now this whole faith-driven purpose has opened my eyes that there's so many women out there that share similar interests and faith, but they're not the person who maybe I thought I wanted back in the past. My image has changed, and the things that I want change. So the more that you verbalize out there who you are, what you believe, those qualities, you'll start seeing them reflected in the people that you bring into your team. But there has to be, I guess, clarity is what it has to be. You have to be very, very clear on the characteristics of these women. So for me, it would be like, self-motivated, driven, faith-based, positive. Those are the type of people you want. So the more that you put that verbiage and those wordings out into social media and in your interactions with people, those are the ones that are going to vibe with you. So don't count everybody out, because you never really know. I've had a lot of people who have popped up lately that I never would have thought, right? Because I had this limit, maybe you could call it a limiting belief, or maybe it was just this wrong perception, and it has shifted now because of clarity, because I'm being super clear about the type of people I want in my life. So maybe take a list and make a list of the characteristics that you see in yourself, your best qualities, write them down. Because it's always good to always use that also as affirmations, but then to go out there, and when you do business opportunity posts and stuff like that, you even challenge group posts, not that you want to be like so like bringing the hammer down and being like, I only want this type of person, because you never know. But it gives you a little more perspective that if you're in a conversation with someone and they're like a super whining person, or like that, maybe that's not your jam, that's not the person, and you should just be like, maybe this is not a good fit for me. Okay, because not everyone is gonna jive with my message. I'm very blunt, you guys know it. I say it the way it is. Some people might not jive with that, and that's fine. The ones that jive with it, they're the ones that are being called to me. So it's important to have clarity on that side, but then also that intertwines with day 17, with your story, because the more that you share your authentic stories, the people who vibe with what you've gone through, with how you've overcome them, will start to come out of the woodworks. And crafting your story, it is a skill. And I don't want you to think that you don't have a story, because everybody has a story. You have a gazillion stories. You have a million experiences that have happened in your life that you can write about, that you can share. It's not just about your Beachbody transformation story or your business story, or no, there's a million stories that you can share. It's a skill, actually, being able to maybe see a situation that is happening in your life. For instance, I'm trying to, because if I could just get the words out, do a post for a picture that I took yesterday of my son doing a flip off Danny's boat and Christy's boat. He has been fighting with himself to do that flip for weeks. And yesterday, he finally just said, like, screw it. And he did it. After all this time that we have been like, Chase, you know, like, believe in yourself, do it. That is a story that shows that I can do a teaching moment about how people hold themselves back, even knowing that they have the skills in place to do it, but you hold yourselves back because of limiting beliefs. Those kinds of stories you can spin into a powerful message of hope. And if you would just, you know, it's just about fine-tuning your mentality and seeing these situations that pop up in your life and being like, oh, that reminds me of this one time when I did that too, and here's how I overcame it. Those are powerful stories that are not just about sharing a business opportunity or a challenge pack sale. It's about giving people hope and teaching them something and adding value. And we've been talking a lot about that, about adding value. Every post can't be about Beachbody. Everything cannot be about your workout. It has to be about who you are, the things that you've overcome. And sharing those stories is what is going to attract your tribe, because they will resonate with your story. And I know I've shared this in past Futuristas, but I actually did a whole training last year at Summit in Spanish. I did it in Spanish. 30 minutes I spoke in Spanish. And I did a whole presentation on how to share the business opportunity. But basically, it was a storytelling presentation. And I went through how you develop your story and how there are different points that you have to hit. I can share that. I did it. Luckily, Beachbody prepared the slides in English and Spanish, so I've done it. I did it in English twice, and I have it recorded. I can share that with you guys, I share my story at the beginning, but then from there, how I pull information from my story in order to present the business. And that's a skill, but it's just knowing how to really like hit the different points. So I'll share that with you guys so that you have an idea, because you can use that formulation, that equation, for every story that you tell. There always has to be a starting point. What was the solution that came into my life? And here is how I resolved it. Here is how I came out better. So the story, the more you share stories, your life, you know, your business will take a different turn, because people need to know how you've overcome certain things. Am I making sense, or am I rambling? Okay, because I feel like my mind is going like.
Alejandra, you said no. Are you okay?
No, I said that she's not rambling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
I was like, oh, did she say something wrong? Sorry. Okay.
No, I feel like I'm rambling.
No.
Okay, and then consistency, which is, we talk about it like every single week. This business is, look, it's not about being the smartest or the fittest or having the biggest following or being the prettiest, or it's not. This business is simple if you just do it every single day. Just like you show up for your fitness every single day, you have to show up for your business every single day. Because at the end of the day, and I think I said this to someone, one of my newer coaches, I think maybe it was Karina the other day. The more that you show up for your fitness right now, especially at the beginning, if you're just launching your business, some people, you're going to present our products to them, and they're still trying to figure out whether you're going to stick to it, because they're looking to you, but they want to know that you're just, this is not like a fly by night kind of thing, like that you're just going to do it for a week and then fall off. They're entrusting you with their fitness journey. So you have to be consistent. The same thing goes for the business. The more that you're in there, you're finding people, you're talking to people, that is what is going to build the momentum, right? And we talked about it before with the merry-go-round. The merry-go-round analogy, if you're pushing, it's the equivalent to starting your business. Because right now you guys are in this, you have this opposing force. You have to try to push. It's like gravity, is what I'm trying to say. God, I cannot drink this much coffee ever again. You're trying to get that merry-go-round spinning. It's going to be hard at first because you have resistance there. But the more effort you put in, the more consistently you drive that effort in, it starts to spin. That is the equivalent of this business. You have to continue doing the work, even when it's ugly, even when you want to do it, even when you're sick, even when everything. You have to keep doing it, because that is the compound effect of your work. And I've seen it. What you put in now, all the effort now, it may take 3 months for that effort to flourish, for those seeds to grow. That's why if you stop, you're going to be screwed, because now you got to start pushing that merry-go-round all over again. I've never stopped. 10 years. Yes, there's been ups and downs and lulls, but the momentum has always been there, because I knew that if I stopped, it was going to get hard to restart. So don't stop. Just decide. Just keep moving. Just like your fitness journey. Don't restart the program. Just keep moving. So every day, it's using your planner. It's doing the work that is in the planner. It's planting the seeds. It's believing in yourself, and things will start to move. And then transformations, again, and all these, to me, I swear, you could tie all these topics together, because the more consistent you are, you're going to have a transformation. You're in your business, in your fitness, in your life. Everything spans, and it boils down to how much work you're willing to put into it. But in our business, this is a health business. We are a fitness-driven company. So it's recognizing and always being that, knowing that you are the product of the product. You are the face of your business. It's not, again, it's not about bikini body, but it is about showing people that you are making progress. And the transformations can come in so many different ways. It could be spiritual, it could be the business, obviously, it could be a physical transformation, it could be the fact that you're eating better. How about we celebrate the non-scale victories, the fact that you're showing up every single day and you're doing the work. All those are transformations, but you have to put them front and center so that people see it. So it's consistency in showing that you're doing the work, and the transformations will come. Highlighting other people's transformations are important too. And if you're in the burn crew, or even in Diesel Nation Rising, if you go through the albums, you're gonna find albums and albums and albums of mom transformations, of people. Our team is willing to share them, and that is proof that we are doing the work. So be focused on not so much, yes, everybody wants to have like this awesome before and after, right? That's what we want. Like, we do that because we want to show people that our products work. But I want you guys to get into the habit of also celebrating the non-scale ones. And that could be it. You can celebrate so many different things. So I think that's it. And today is the last day. So I hope that you guys go back if you missed any lessons. But it's important at this point that you make the commitment to your business to keep showing up. Some months are going to be harder than others. It is what it is. It is what it is. Expect that, because that's reality. And as you start building your team, it's your responsibility to share all this that you've learned with them, because duplication, this business is about duplication. We do and we teach. You do it, and then you teach someone else to get results, which way, in all aspects. So I hope you guys found value in everything that we did and our calls. They will be recorded. They're always recorded. You can find them on my YouTube, but also this group stays open. So if you need to go back and maybe watch another video or review some of the lessons, it's going to stay open. Susie?
Yes. I don't really have anything to add because Becky just basically went over everything exactly the way, I want to keep it simple.
Yeah.
What I would love for you girls to do is just ask us the questions. I would love to close it out with the questions because that's where you learn the most. Instead of me just pouring more into you, I would rather hear where you're at, what are you struggling with, so that then we can help you in any topic that you're struggling with.
Yeah, we actually have time for each of you to share something, and that way we can help you guys move forward, and then we'll give you the call to action at the end.
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so I have 3 questions. First, since I'm a rookie at this, still new.
Everybody's new, so don't worry. Everybody's new.
A lot of people tell me, yes, let me see. They give you, and then it turns cold. So you feel like you have a warm lead, but then the whole thing turns cold. What would be your advice on that?
Okay, Becky, can I take that one? Okay, so what I do, Yarlene, is I'll go in and I'll love on them on their page. I'll go into, their pictures. I'll comment, and I'll try to build still like a relationship in their posts. So like, let's say that I see that they went to the beach and they didn't put a location or whatever. I'll say, oh my gosh, that picture is beautiful. Where's that beach? If she has a really cute swimsuit, hey, do you mind sending me the link of that swimsuit? It's super cute. So that she feels like if it's not just gimme, 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 you want for her to know that you are interested in her life too. And now you're asking, her opinion. Did you like the beach over there? Was it packed? So that it's not just, hey, I'm inviting you. Just, are you ready? Are you ready? It's not like that. So I will go back and forth from the post to the DM. If I have like something to give away, I'll be like, hey girl, I thought of you. I saw that you were in the beach the other day and I got these really cute flip-flops. Just in case if you're interested, here's the link. Like, I'll come up with something where she sees that I'm human and I'm not just shot from me. So I will build that relationship. And then like, depending on a few messages back and forth, if, I'll basically just say, hey, just wanted to circle back with you because I had you on my mind. I'm getting my group ready. Was this something that you were interested in proceeding with, or is now a good time, or whatever? Like, depending on where we're at and how I feel, I'll say something like that. It's obviously got to come from you, but build a relationship. In the beginning, I didn't like building relationships. I'm not going to lie. I'm very straight to the point. Like, let me know if you're interested. But now I think social media has changed. Now everybody's gimme, 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 gimme. There's so many, whatever, that now it's like people ghost you all the time. So you do have to build it. Unfortunately, for us that feel awkward. But you know what? Now the more I've been doing it, the more I'm starting to feel like I'm looking out there for my friends that I'm going to do life with. I'm looking for people that I'm going to bring closer to the faith, to my vision. So now I'm kind of like scoping with a different eye. It's almost like looking through a different lens.
Yeah.
Now instead of just like, kind of like, oh my God, that's so cute. Now I'm like, this girl is kind of cute. Like, hey, doll, where'd you get that, lipstick? And I'm like, wow, this is somebody that maybe I could be doing life with. And, she's kind of cute or whatever. So now I'm looking with a different lens and it's becoming more organic, for lack of a better word, very authentic. So when I sit and do my power hour, it's just, I start praying because I'm faith-based, and I'll be like, God, lead me to the people that you want me to touch, and bring me the people that need to see you. That's my mentality now. So when I'm communicating, I'm looking for girls now with who can I bring in my community that I'm gonna now like be like, hey, let's hang out or whatever. Not all the time, but yeah, like you start doing life with each other like us, that now we talk all the time. Yarlene tags me every day. I'm not your coach, but you tag me every day about your workout, and it's fun. Because sometimes my team is quiet and I'm like, great, Yarlene tagged me, and I could post like the little energized parties or whatever. So there's just different little things that you're going to, like do life with these girls in different ways, different connections. But now it's just looking at it with that lens.
Yeah, I think what you said is really important. It's a really good point. People are tired of being sold because social media has turned into a freaking like it's all it is ads and sales and this and that. And this is where we have to be different. And remember, if she doesn't know you, she's like, who is this girl? You know, like you need to work on building trust, that they'll know that you're not just trying to sell them something and then bail. So you're gonna have to slow down the process a little bit, and the ones that are not sure yet, spend a little bit time, like she said, in building that trust, because they're gonna buy from you when they trust and they know that you care and that you have their best interest at heart. This is a personal journey. Like weight loss is super personal because you have to deal with a lot of issues, and they want to know that this is not like other companies that they sell you a shake and then they're like, peace out, go figure it out.
No,
So,
for sure. And I've had people from other companies too that they don't even look at my page, and then they'll send me a message, hey, are you interested in our products? Let me know.
exactly. If you don't like that, then that's something that you should not do.
Right.
Learn from those people. Like, that's not
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
Look at my page first. Look at what look at what I'm doing before you ask.
You just exactly. So that's what we need to do. We need to be more personal. We need to foster those relationships, and you know, and a lot of, also don't. I think we need to disconnect from the outcome, because sometimes we're like so driven by Success Club that we're just like, we gotta go, we gotta get the sale, get the sale, get the sale. And we need to remember that this is a human that has needs, and we need to slow down a little bit and listen to them. And the more we listen to them and make them the priority, I think they'll start to build that trust and know that we have their best interests at heart.
Okay.
Yeah, and I want to say one more thing, Yoli, before your next question. So one of the things that I noticed that has been working for me, that I've been doing for a while, is on the stories, give them a heads up that you're inviting people because it's something you love. So that when they do get the direct message, they're watching your story. So they're already going to get the heads up. I'll say it. Like last night I said it. You know, I did a sneak peek and I was like, guys, this is why I invite you, because it's my passion. You know, like, I'm not gonna stop sharing my message. You know, a gift is meant to be given, and because this has impacted my life, that's why I share it with you guys. So openly talk about it, like if it's a natural thing that you are gonna invite them because it's something that you truly believe in. Yeah, with that, it's almost like an icebreaker, so that when they do get the invite, hey, are you interested in joining my group? They already have seen in your stories a couple times that you personally, not just with like pretty graphics, like, hey guys, like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm going to start inviting more people because you know what I mean? Like, give them a little bit of a heads up. The second thing that I've noticed that has been really, for me, something I learned from Becky, is that you need to give a lot of, not I don't want to say a lot all day, but value. For example, Becky does, which I always tell her, my friend, keep doing it because you're helping me. She does step by step in the kitchen, right? Within 5 or 6 stories, not super long, just 5 or 6 stories. This is the step of the food you're going to eat. Like the ingredients, this is how you do it. Boom, and you get it, right? Because that way they're going to come back to constantly be like, oh my gosh, this girl just taught me, whether a meal, I learned about food. You're giving them value. So it makes them want to trust you, because they're also, you know, if you want to do it, like if you're comfortable doing it even with your voice, you know, like, okay, now I'm getting this, or, you know what I mean? And you get the camera, they start getting to know you. If you want to do it with graphics like Becky does it, perfect. Then sometimes be with your kid. Let them hear your voice without necessarily looking at so that they get, oh my God, look at my house. It's a madhouse. Like Becky sometimes will be like, look at Jake and Chase and Roscoe. Yeah. They're getting to know her without her always being like, you know what I'm saying? So people see how she is in her home with her kids, her dog, and then she'll teach you, and then she'll come with a message, and then she'll tell you, I'm not going to stop inviting you. So she's already painting that picture. When people get the invite from her, I would probably be like, damn, I've been waiting forever for you to invite me. Because I'm like, I'm ready, just invite me. That's how I am, right? So you have to think that does work, because that's why people for 10 years have been trusting her, because of the consistency, but not just on Beachbody. She gives you pieces of everything. So
it has to be the complete picture.
a complete thing, which we talked about in one of the topics. It just can't be Beachbody. So give them value, show a little bit of you without your face, let them hear your voice, give tips, show what you're eating, educate them. If you're educating them, they're going to trust you. And if they trust you, they're going to buy from you.
Awesome. Good, good. Okay, so the next one that I had was, sometimes this is my problem. I say too much. I get excited in a message and I want to sell them everything, and I send them this whole paragraph describing the Shakeology, the
Can you close the door, please?
videos. So that's my problem. I say too much and then it turns cold and then they back off because it's too much information. So what's your advice on that?
That goes back to slowing the conversation down.
And using a third-party tool.
You have to slow down. You can't vomit on them, because they're going to be like, wait a second. Ask questions. I always lead with questions. Again, it goes back to building trust. They want to know that you are interested in them. There's a quote that says, be interested, not interesting. They want to know, they want to know that you care. So you have to ask questions. What's your challenges? Are you exercising now? Do you have this? What are your goals? Keep asking questions. What's your food like? What are you eating? Do you eat out a lot? Then once you've gotten to a point where you kind of know what their issues are, then you're like, hey, so can I send you some videos that will with my product recommendations? And then you send them the video on All Access, BOD pack, or you send them MBF, and you send them a Shakeology video, an Ultimate Portion Fix video. And from there, then you're like, okay, so did you watch the videos? Yes, I think I like this. Okay, then you take the next step. But it has to be all about them. It has to be all about them. So, and that takes longer. You have to slow down the process, slow down the conversation. Maybe some people like that. Just give them everything at once. I don't do that. I slow it down. And if they ask me for the price up front, I don't give it to them. Don't ever give them the price up front. Ever, 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 never, never. Don't ever do that. Say, I will share the price with you later when I know what your challenges are and what you're trying to accomplish. Never. Because they don't understand why they even need it. They don't even understand what they're getting into. They don't understand what they're getting. They don't understand anything. And if you tell them it's $160, they're going to be like, I don't think so.
That's what happens with me.
Peace out.
Yeah, and I won't even say the 160 right away.
Nope.
Like I'll break it down. I'll be like, if you want the membership for the whole year, it's $99. And because you're getting that whole year, you're getting the shake for half off. Like I'll throw in that language right away, like a curveball. Like you're getting it half off, so that it's not Shakeology is $130. You know what I mean? And then you're getting the rest, like, for like the workouts for $30. I flip it. Oh yes, absolutely. The membership for the whole year is $99. And if you do get, since you were interested in Shakeology or whatever, you get it for half off.
Which leads me to my third question. So what happens when they do sign up for the 160? They try out the Shakeology and then they cancel it and it doesn't. What happens with you, your commission, and what happens, like, does that person continue being part of your your team, or
of
what
course
happens?
they will, if they're always going to be your customer until the day that they decide forever they're your customer. If they switch, that's their choice, but you get paid on the original sale, and then if they don't renew, then you don't, that's it. Like, you have to keep finding people. Beachbody doesn't take it from you unless they return it, which I don't have a lot of returns. But it's our job to talk to them, help them find a recipe that they like, help them understand. Again, it goes back to them understanding why they need Shakeology. To me, Shakeology is not a luxury. It's a necessity. It's health. It's, if you want your external to do a certain thing, then you need to fuel the internal profoundly. And that, to me, is Shakeology. It's health in a glass. They need to understand the value. And you need to help them maybe find a recipe that they'll like, show them how to make it so that we can have retention That's always going to be an issue, is retention. Some people will never understand why they need it. They think that a $30 shake from GNC is the same, and it's not. It's our job to educate. Not convince, educate.
Got it.
Yarlene, one of the things that I do that has helped me too, to kind of get them interested in staying with Shakeology, is I'll show in my challenge group. Because once, they purchase, I put them in my group so that they can see all the fun and all the tips that I'm adding. And what I'll do is I'll share a lot of my recipes, how I drink Shakeology or eat Shakeology as an ice cream. That's always enticing. I'll make the little energy balls with Shakeology with almond butter and oats, which is great because it's like when you're craving something sweet, you just have that. And I will do it's like I'll say like, hey guys, can everybody today just drop your favorite Shakeology recipe so that everybody learns? And that way, when the recipes are being thrown, people are like, wow, I like that one. Wow, I hadn't thought of it. And they start looking at Shakeology with a different, lens as well, because then they're like, oh my gosh, I never thought that you could have Shakeology as an ice cream, or that you could do energy balls. There's a mug and a cake actually there's a lot, but you could do a mug and a cake with Shakeology. And it's not the ideal, but yes, at the end of the day, there are people that struggle with, their sweet tooth. You could show them that, and people will buy Shakeology just because they know that instead of eating like a bag of Oreos, they'll have the cake in the mug. You know what I mean? It's educating them how you can use Shakeology in different ways. I always showcase different flavors. I don't just stick to one. I used to before. Now I showcase different flavors, because then you're showing your customers that all flavors are delicious. And I will say, honestly, I've tried them all and I like them all. There's not one that I'm like nasty.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. I like them all. It's incredible. I thought I wasn't even going to like the greenberry, and I tried the greenberry and I was like, wow, this is really good. I like that one. I
don't like that one.
With all the flavors. But so you can go that route. The other thing I do too is sometimes I'll do like a little raffle. All right, at the end of the month, if you log in 5 Shakeologies, every week, I'm gonna, get you like a little Nike headband or something, because that they'll be like, oh yeah, people go crazy for stuff like that. Like put a little budget of $10 or something, and then they'll start posting their selfies. They know they gotta drink it. They gotta, they gotta share it. It's getting creative. And then the other thing that I do, the last thing tip that I'll give you, is every week I will follow up with all my customers and be like, did you drink your Shakeology? How was it? Constantly, to let them know that that is super important. When they tell me I didn't drink it, I'm like, I'll write like a little thing like, no, shame on you. I'm slapping you around. You're supposed to do your Shakeology and make it fun. Girl, come on, let's go. Let's do ching ching. Like, show them that retention, that staying on it is super important. It's just you fueling them. So put in your calendar every week to follow up with your customers. It's important. I know it takes time. I know, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's worth it, because remember, this is the business that's going to give us, what we want in years to come. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
the longevity, staying on ourselves, showing up, and then getting our customers to be lifers as well.
Perfect. Thank you, girls.
You're welcome. And congrats, you have successful 4. Way to go. Starting the month strong. Okay, who's next? We have 15 minutes, so.
Sorry.
And Alejandra hit Emerald yesterday.
Oh my God.
Way to go.
Congrats, everybody. Okay, I have okay, so this week, I don't know what happened to me. I hit like a little low, and I started listening to 10X yesterday again, because I was listening to it. I ordered my book, and my husband didn't tell me that it was canceled, and I was like expecting it, and then I was like, you never told me. But nothing. I ordered the 10X through Audible, so I can listen to it rather than read it. I don't like reading. So I kind of hit like a little low, and I think it was because I started like thinking about like my before and afters, because my issue is not really losing weight. My issue is I want to gain muscle and weight. So I feel that I'm not impacting as much with my before and after. So that like, took me down a little rabbit hole. So what do you guys like recommend on that?
Well, I mean, Susie.
Okay. So Yanni, what I would recommend is, first of all, that's a limiting belief that there's no one out
Totally.
there that is gonna like be attracted to that. Believe it or not, I've had people that have told me my problem is the opposite. I need to gain weight. So what you focus on, remember, if you look for them, you will attract them. So look for hashtags, gaining weight, gaining muscle. Believe me, there's so many eating disorders out there that people there are struggling, that they'll like, you know, they suffer from bulimia or whatever, and they're so thin, anorexia, that they do need to gain weight. So talk about it. That's your story. Don't
That's
put
right.
that limiting belief in your mind. That's number one. Number two, showcase other people's transformations. I've learned from Becky that this now lately, it's about celebrating everything and everyone. Like I thought I used to celebrate before. She's empowered me to celebrate to the next freaking level. Get other transformations, get other testimonials, get other stories, and share. Because what we have is not just for one person. Their product line is huge. So I would do that as well, so that you can just showcase, this is my story, but look at all the other things that are going on and how we're helping other people with these issues. You know what I'm saying? So take away the negative. I get it. You're human. You know, you're going to feel that, but absolutely find your people. And then talk also, the last thing would be, what is this community doing for you? How is it filling you? How is the community filling you? How is the business filling you? How are the products filling you? And then that I would share also, because those are non-scale victories. You know what I mean? That have to do with the business, but they also have to do with your journey. Like the business, yes, is for us to make money, but it ties so much to the journey of health and fitness. I probably wouldn't be interested in the money if it wasn't because I really believe in the products and the people that are around me. You know what I mean? So, and that could be vice versa. For other people, it could be the complete opposite. But there's something for everyone out there. So talk about how the community, how the business, how the products, how the journey, how the everyday, how the virtual link, how the no snooze crew, whatever you're doing, talk about how those things fill you, and just don't focus on the transformation.
Exactly.
The story has so many chapters.
And mine is like, I celebrate my own consistency, because I did a post the other day of all my 3 programs I finished this year. And someone said, why don't you always look the same? And I'm like, okay, well, that's a win for me.
That's right. That
win.
absolutely is.
And I do see changes, because
Right.
every program is different, but that's not the point. The point is that you have to spin it a different way, because it doesn't, some people are not looking for weight loss. Some people are, regardless, they're looking for you. And that's the point, is the fact that you're showing up, that you're doing your thing. And the outcome, I don't think is so much the thing. It's about showing people that you believe in yourself and that you're doing it and that you're consistent. They're looking for that, actually, not the actual physicalness of it. They're looking more for the fact that they can trust you, because at the end of the day, you're still there and you're going to be showing up. So that's
Perfect,
all
yes.
now are about that, because I honestly, I can't even do a transformation post and be like, well, yeah, I did lose inches with 9-week control freak, but for me, it's not about that anymore. It's about, what did I learn?
Yeah.
What did I learn through this program? What did it teach me? How did it make me better? What progress did I make? Not just on my body, but in my mind. Like, what was the point? That program has a very distinctive philosophy. How did I implement that? How did I, so for me, it's taken obviously 10 years, but you start to learn how to spin it a different way.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I think you know what, I didn't think about it as my story, as like, me struggling to gain some weight. So I'm gonna embrace that and use that as my story and just, tackle that. Yeah, definitely. Because I did a talk with Adi the other day for some like challenges that we have for a free group. And I mentioned, oh yeah, my struggle is, gaining weight. And at the end, I was like, man, that sucks that I mentioned that, because they're trying to lose weight and I'm here bragging about me trying to gain weight. So I kind of felt bad about that. So I'm gonna definitely,
No.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna embrace it. Thank you.
You're lucky.
Continue to talk about your story and just say, and talk that, and be real. If it's a struggle, talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it, because then they're going to be like, man, then let them feel like, coño, here I am wanting to lose weight, but she's struggling just as much as me because she wants to gain the weight. We're
Right,
all in
right.
it for
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah, progress.
That's the goal.
And we all have challenges that we have
Yeah.
to overcome.
Yeah.
Embrace it, make it a story, and go share it.
I will. I'll definitely do that. And then
Right.
thank you guys. And then my other thing is kind of like piggyback on Arlene's question. Because I feel like I'm the same. I ask question, and then like I guess they get overwhelmed with so many questions that I ask them, and then they just don't answer any of my questions. And then I'm like, okay, what can I don't know how to ask another question because you already ignored all my other questions. But I think, you know, after the questions that you said, that you kind of shared with us, I was like, okay, maybe I'm asking the wrong questions for sure. You know, because I wouldn't ask like that, like, you know, what are your goals? What are your challenges? Or do you eat out a lot? I wouldn't ask that. And those are like amazing questions that people will actually answer.
Yes.
Can
and
you
only
guys
ask a couple, like maybe limit it to 3 so that they're not
Right.
like, oh my God.
Right.
okay.
Again, slow down the process. Slow it down. Remember also, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I just have to say this before I forget it. Remember that in this process of back and forth of asking questions, what you're doing is you're setting up for at the end. Some people won't have objections, but some will. You're basically fact gathering so that then you can turn around at the end and be like, yeah, but okay, you said that you wanted to lose 50 pounds because X, Y, and Z reason. You know, some people have they're like broken, right? Oh my gosh, because my mom, and then she's so sick, and they want to lose weight because they don't want to end up like that. And then you're going to turn around and tell me that you can't spend $160. And I have said it right back. I want you to go back and read your initial, what you told me. You said that you needed to lose this weight because you don't feel good, because you want to be around for your kids. I want you to really think about that. Like, this is your opportunity. So what you're doing is you're setting it up. By asking all these questions, you're having an understanding, and then you can break objections at the end. Oh, it's too expensive. Yeah, but you told me that you eat out like 7 days a week. Do you know that Shakeology can actually save you money? You know, you're setting yourself up so that you can break those objections in the end. So you gotta slow down the process. We gotta take our time. Again, remember that this is a human, and with challenges, and then we have to respect that. So we have to really be aware and compassionate too.
Perfect. Is there like, do you guys have like a call or a PDF that you guys like that kind of will help more like with those, like asking those type of questions? And another call or video or something that if you guys have on like how to deal with Shakeology objections.
Well, I have a script. Actually, Diesel Nation has one. We used to use it like in 2017, but I have on my notes, babe. Please don't change clothes. You're on Zoom.
You're on Zoom, kiddo.
I think he forgets. We know people who have done that, by the way. What was I gonna say? Oh, I have a script.
You have them in Diesel Nation?
Messaging script that it's basically how I navigate a conversation. I used to use it verbatim, like copy paste. Now I just know the flow, but towards the end, it'll say there's different steps. So if you got this objection, here's some wording. I would, for you guys, for education, read it. You can change it. You know, remember, this is my language, so you have to make it sound like you. But it'll give you some insight as to how to break some of those objections. But that also comes with time and having confidence, which we'll talk about in the end, in the closing. You have to have confidence in the approach. You know, we're not trying to convince, again, we're not trying to convince them to spend the money. We are trying to inspire them and help them see that this is the solution that they need. So we have to, you know, be careful with the way we approach it, but also have confidence. You love the products, you know, share what your thoughts are in a compassionate way. But if you want, I can share with you guys those scripts so that you guys have some kind of a, yeah, I don't know, like a guide. It's like a guide. Okay, next.
Anyone else?
Christina?
Yeah, sorry. where can we find, I don't know if it was on the initial call, but where do I find all of the instructional, I know that you've been posting like, you know, like the assignment for today or whatever. Where do I find that list? Is it in the documents for our group?
It's based on a picture every day. I post the assignment in the morning and I put the day and I put the assignment there.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay. So it's in our group, just the whole entire group, not the messenger link.
No, the messenger, I just created that just for like, so I can keep you guys kind of like together. The actual
group
lessons
page.
are in
Okay.
the group. And the only thing with the group that's hard is like when someone comments, then an old post comes to the top, and you know, that's the one thing about the groups that is harder, because they're out of order, basically, is what I'm trying to say. They're out of order.
But what I
Okay.
do is I just
And
go
then-
to, you can go to media, and when you go to media and you see all the pictures, just look for the day that you need.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you click on the picture, then it'll tell you exactly the assignment. So
Right.
you literally
Okay,
can
yeah.
just do that.
That's
how
an
I do it.
easier way to sort through it, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. And I mean, I had questions on, you know, what is Beachbody? What is Shakeology? Kind of just the initial conversations. And I like kind of what you have both said on, you know, just being more organic, trying to really build that relationship first before giving them the whole, you know, kit and caboodle, if you will. So I think I'm going to just really focus on that. I've gotten a lot of just questions, you know, hey, what is it? What is Beachbody? What is Shakeology? Why is it worth my time? Versus, you know, just a store-bought protein shake. So I think just kind of giving them that, you know, like you said, Becky, the videos, and then just really building that trust first before I can give them any program, you know,
Exactly.
and just understanding what they like or what they don't like or what they will do or not do.
Exactly.
I don't want to give them muscle burns fat and they've never worked out. I mean, it might be too much on the initial for them, especially if they're older. I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I think that's good.
That's exactly what you have to do, is just understand them and what they're looking for, and you know what it's done for you already, so you can share your experience. But I would, instead of you trying to explain Shakeology and the science behind it, that's not my jam. I just share a video. And so if someone is asking you, like, you're gotten to a place where you're talking to them about Shakeology and that's it, like you don't want to over talk the thing, can I send you a video? Use the third-party tools. Beachbody creates all these videos because they are explaining it in a great way. Let them do the talking. And all those videos are in the Coach Online office.
Yeah.
I said this, I think last week, it's better to use those videos or the videos in Vimeo versus YouTube, because YouTube has haters that are posting crap all the time, and you don't know that the next video that pops up after that one could be some negative review, and that we don't need that. So use the videos in the Coach Online office. Most of them are, the links have your Coach ID embedded in it, so that will also help.
Okay, great.
And this group's gonna stay
Thank you.
open, by the way. So you guys can go back and spend as much time as you want reviewing the material and the lessons, all of that. Alejandro, you have anything? No?
Well, actually, just if you guys saw the Shakeology video that you shared on the lesson for Shakeology, I mean, it gave me a ton of confidence to, because I drink the shake. I don't even know what I drink. I mean, I know I feel good, but it's not like I do it for myself, and I was afraid to share about it. But now, after watching the video, it's like everyone needs this. And then I was watching Down to Earth with Darren.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
I think they look in the Amazon. I went to the Amazon last year, so it was actually like bringing me back to that experience, which I still have to create this story about that. Everything they see in the Amazon in Peru, and they go to another place in, I think it's Costa Rica. Everything they show, it's in Shakeology.
Yeah.
And I was amazed. It's crazy just how I think they're not certified for trade, but I know Darren is like very focused on
Is sustainability and yeah, all the good
and
things.
I'm big on those things. Like I hurt for the earth. So just seeing that, it gave me confidence, and I don't used to drink it every day because sometimes I just get busy and I don't eat too much. I'm a vegetarian, so my meals are kind of messy. But since I'm following the program, the nutrition program, now I drink it every day, and I find the time to drink it, and it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So it gave me confidence. So if you guys haven't watched that video that Suzette posted on for the Shakeology Day, watch it. It's long, but it's worth it.
Yeah. It's all just having confidence and sharing it, but it all stems back to what you just said, is you have to look at what it's doing for you. It's not about the science behind it. People don't care about that. They just want to know what it's done for you and how it makes you feel, and that's what's important. So yeah, but definitely watch that video because it'll give you some insight into, you know, how to talk about it and the power of it. Yeah, it's just it's not, we just need to be human and just like when we get on these calls and I hear people tell me their stuff, their story, and I'm like, but that's it right there. Why are we complicating it? That's all you have to do is go share that, what it's done for you, how it makes you feel, the changes you're seeing. Instead of thinking of it as some kind of sales pitch, just share what you're doing and how much you love it. I think we just complicate it. All right, so moving forward. Okay, so today's the last day. So this is what we've talked about in previous groups, is right now it's not the time to stop. Now is the time that we have to hit the ground running even more. And I want you guys to embrace the bold language. We keep saying this and I'm not gonna stop talking about it. You have to, when you're bringing people in, is don't put a lid on them, okay? Even if they're coming in for the discount, tell them right away, man, it would be awesome if you could bring in 5 people with you. Do you have 5 people in your life that could benefit from this? And don't put a limit on what other people's potential is. It's not up to us to decide whether they're gonna do this or not. Plant the seed. So use bold language. When you're sharing what you're doing, share it with passion, and don't be afraid to share your unique voice. Duplicating this with the people that you love, you know, like the people on your team, teach them. Some of the things, the lessons that we've shared here, you can share them with the people in your team. That is your job. Carl Dagner, when the first live big event I went to, he called it the bucket brigade. You know, when they're like, somebody grabs the bucket out of the water and you keep passing it. That's what we're doing here. We learn something, we do something, we learn it, and we teach it to somebody else. And that goes for the fitness too. We just have to be master storytellers and just keep leaning into the hard. Some days are going to be harder than others. Don't get overwhelmed. Just do what you can, but just be yourself and have a heart of service, because that's what we're doing. We're providing a service to people and we're sharing hope.
And jump in the middle of the bed. Use us. Jump in the middle of the bed, like Becky always says, and use us. Use the community. Lean in. If you're having a hard day or you're having a tough mindset, call one of us, text us, get in a group, do something. Girl, can you jump on a call with me really quick? I'm having a hard time. Get out of it. It's like a light switch. Go through your feelings, give yourself grace, but after that, like, that's it. Like, you gotta switch, you know, the light switch back on, because it's about moving forward. We do nothing staying there, and we do nothing looking back, guys. Nothing.
Or being alone. Like, I'm telling you that this is not this business. You have to jump in and get involved and make friendships. You guys have gone through this group together. Let's go. Stay together. Yeah. Stay together. Keep moving forward. I have the threads with the off to the races, the ones that have success cup on. Make friends within those groups. We have the team cup threads. Make friends within those groups. Alliances. You know what? It's easier to walk away from this when it's hard, when you have no bonds with anybody else. But when you have friends in this, like we've created this bond, and we have other girls that we have a little thread with, of, you know, some of the more veteran leaders. Those are that's my tribe right now. Like, and I want to show up for them. I want to be my best self for them. I want to share value with them. I want us to rise together. That is what you guys need to do with your group, but it's in your hands to make that happen. I can't sit there and try to create little friendships with people. I'm putting you in threads. Go make friends. Go do it. Be part of the community.
Yeah.
That is what at the end of everything is, like, we are together in this, and it's up to you to build those bonds so that you have these lasting relationships that you never know, you know, what can come of it. And so I encourage you, as one of the final takeaways for today, is jump into the middle of the bed, be part of the community. This is not just about you doing this alone. We are doing this together.
This is a community building business, is what it is.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. So if you look at it like that, then you understand that bringing people to the products is also to, you know, go on the journey with them, you know, as well.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing because we are building community. We're not meant to do life alone. So think of it that way. So lean on us. Remember, you have an army behind you, and just leave your foot on the gas, You don't take it away. Don't put on the brake. It does nothing for us, because what the world is going through right now, it calls for that, but no, we are the light. So we keep going.
Yep.
All right, girls. Okay, I think we can wrap it up. We're over 5 minutes, and I know everybody's busy, and I hear my kids out there, and I know they're gonna probably like need me now. So let's take a picture, Becky, if you don't mind, and then we can just continue to hustle and crush goals. Ready, guys?
Now, let me clean my thing. Dirty. Ready? All right. Okay, I'll share that with you guys. I'll share my business opportunity, well, that storytelling thing, and I'll post the scripts, and that's basically it. I mean, just keep moving forward.
Yes.
It's really early in the month still, by the way, so you got a lot of time. We got lots of time to make. Yelly, you're almost at diamond, dude. Let's go.
Awesome.
Let's go.
I'm pushing.
I know.
Awesome.
Help your coach with Beatrice, right?
Yeah, today. Actually today, God willing, pray for me, guys. Okay, so I have for Beatrice one girl, and then once that girl goes in, her sister and her cousin are going in under her. So hopefully that works.
You got it.
Then I have to get my husband to Emerald. That way I can hit diamond.
That's it. That's all you need. You're just a few people. So you and Ari are right there.
And then don't stop at diamond. You don't stop at diamond. You push even harder.
Yes.
You push even harder with that moment. That's just starting your wheels. It's almost like, watch me, I'm coming. It's like a horse that's like ready to go. That's what you gotta do.
Yeah. I tagged me in that compensation, like the compensation video, Becky and Christina and I don't know who else did it, like a year back for a Super Saturday, and I was like, what? I saw the earnings for Christina. I was like, wait. And I showed my husband. He was like, what? I was like, let's go.
Oh yeah, guys. The money's there. So let's work.
Let's work.
All right, guys. Have a great day. Stay safe.
Have a great day. Love you.
It was awesome. It was an honor. Okay, I'm here if you need me. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.